happened again. Once more the rancid stench of death hung in my nostrils. Once more the putrefaction of evil corrupted the pure night air with its foulness. Once more I had to risk everything, even my life, to make the world safer for decent people. Oh well, that's my job. After all, I'm a cop. Overworked, underpaid, and unappreciated. I walked into this with my eyes wide open, and I'll probably leave it feet first with some scumball's bullet hole in my back. Oh well, it's time to get going. Look out, Slime Bucket. I'm on the trail. Snare is on the prowl.
Sergeant, have you seen Lieutenant Snare?
When I last saw him, he said he was going to have Baxter's office for his afternoon meditation. When I went back 5 minutes ago, I could hear him snoring.
Ah, then his meditation's going well. He told me that's a sign. He said someone on the outside couldn't tell the difference between meditation and sleep.
I don't think someone on the inside could either. Anyway, why do you want him?
There's been a murder at the Walkwright Inn. Chief wants us to go and investigate it. Lieutenant Snare's going to be in charge.
In charge? This is Drummond's big chance. Lieutenant Snare, you won't have to be a school patrol safety inspector anymore. Get to do real police work, get a promotion, get a pay raise, so you can afford to get married. Let's go get him.
But what about his meditation?
Damn the meditation, full steam ahead. Drummond. 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 This is your chance, a real case, and a murder case at that.
All right, you kid, back in line. Remember, no shoving. Board the boss in alphabetical order. Girls first. What? Oh, it's you, Lana. All right, I need Sergeant Clues. What can I do for you? I was just, meditating.
Sorry to disturb you, sir, but an important case has come up and you were assigned to it.
Hope it's not another escape budgie. The last one almost pecked my ear off.
No, this is really important. Give him the message, Officer Toole.
Yes, sir. Ma'am. Sergeant. Here's your assignment. Lieutenant, sir.
A murder. Great, that's terrific. A real murder case. Drummond Snare swings into action. And Clues, you and Toole are assigned to it under my direction. This is it, the big one. Thank you, Lord. Well, let's get going. We've got a murder to solve.
Just one thing, Lieutenant.
Yes, Sergeant?
Who was murdered? What information do we have? Are there any suspects or witnesses?
Oh, good question. Very good questions indeed. Well, officer?
Well, what, sir?
What about Sergeant Clues' questions? Do you have any information?
Chief gave me this file, sir. Said it may be of some use. Some information on the victim and the staff and guests of the Walkwright Inn.
The Walkwright Inn?
Yes, sir. That's where the murder took place.
I see. How ironic. Why, just the other day I read a brochure that said visit the Walkwright Inn. The perfect spot to fall in love. As if going to an inn would make you romantic. What nonsense. Well, let's have the file then. Let's see. Victim, William Walkwright, deceased. Body examination reveals rope mark on neck, stab wound, and bullet hole in chest. Foul play is suspected. Aha! What if we hear a list of the staff and guests of the Walkwright Inn? I wonder what they're like. Let's see.
We're material spoken word at Walkwright Inn. We're available to help you night or day. We really want to please you here at Walkwright Inn. We guarantee you'll have a pleasant stay. Today I'll fix your head and pop your pillow up. I'll keep
the grass and make the flowers bloom. So everything is lovely to the eye.
And I will try to please you every way I can, so that you come back here, you will find me. And I'll lead you along to this lovely place, where you can live life and rest in peace. For we're the cheerful, go-through word at Walkwright. We're available to help you night or day. We really want to please you here at Walkwright. We guarantee you'll have a pleasant stay. You'll have a pleasant, guarantee you'll have a pleasant stay. We're happy guests to stay at Walkwright Inn, each in our own snug and cozy room. We love the tranquil atmosphere of Walkwright Inn. Sometimes it's just as quiet as a tune. Larks and family warble, and we love this place. We keep returning year after year.
Although I am a boxer, I come here for peace. But I still hear bells ringing in my ears.
Stories there, who is here to rest my boy? The fresh air gives my pillow for the trees.
I'm walking on experiments that really are by choice, but got here only once to sleep and eat.
My travels far from here to there, but everywhere I roam, friendly active finds its friendly face.
I'm just a welder who welt with style and grace, a girl with brains, figure, and face.
Well, that's a lot of them. A shady crew and one of them's a murderer. I think we ought to drive right out to that Walkwright Inn.
So I said no. It wasn't a robbery. It was an inside job. Obvious, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, Mr. Walkwright seemed nice enough, but that's the very kind you have to watch, right?
Uh-huh.
Mark my words. When the police investigate, they're gonna find some pretty strange stuff. I mean, what about this Teresa Brule? Why does she come here? She could go anywhere. Something shady about her. Don't you think?
Uh-huh.
And what about Ima? What indeed? Oh, Blurt was just telling me about Mr. W's death. And I was thinking how very hard it must have been for you to bear, seeing as you were so very close to him, almost like a daughter.
Oh, is that so? Well, I was very fond of him. He was very nice to me. At least it was better than the kind of relations some people wanted.
Are you saying that I was after the old man?
Uh-huh.
Well, all I know is that he's dead. And that someone in this inn is his murderer. And I'm making it my job to find out who.
Actually, your job is to turn down the bed sheets, Miss Buffer. I suggest you leave the police work to the police. They are the experts. I'm sure Mrs. Walkwright needn't be upset by the morbid speculations of certain overactive imaginations. She needs our support.
Good evening, Wait.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am. We're awfully sorry about Mr. W, ma'am. He was such a nice man.
There, Tina. It's all right. Things will all work out. The police will be here in any moment. In the meantime, let's all be brave.
Yes, ma'am.
You think it was a gangland slaying?
Mr. Bell!
It's all right, Wait. She meant no harm. Oh, I wish the police would get here soon. It's getting late.
I will see who it is, madam.
Now remember, I want you all to cooperate fully with the police. Tell them everything you know. I want my husband's murderer caught.
Mrs. Walkwright, the police are here. Lieutenant, this is Mrs. Walkwright.
Okay, everybody just stay calm. We have everything under control. I'm Inspector Snare, and these are my assistants, Sergeant Clues and Officer O'Toole. We'll be talking to each of you about this unfortunate situation, and we'll ask you not to discuss it with anyone. Mrs. Walkwright, do you know the whereabouts of your guests at this moment?
I believe most of them are in their rooms. This situation has left them quite distressed, as you might well imagine.
I don't imagine anything, ma'am. I just want the facts. Please don't let any of your guests sign out without my permission. As for your staff, I recommend a good night's sleep. I should be questioning you in the morning. Is there any place where we can sleep and set up our investigation?
Yes, our guest cabins are empty. You can use 2 of them.
Fine. Well, you all go off to bed while we examine the scene of the crime. Let's hope you can all sleep the sleep of the innocent. Now, I wonder where the body was.
I think you're standing on it, sir.
What? Oh, right you are. Very observant. Well, Toole, don't just stand there. Take measurement.
Of what, sir?
The body, of course. The body.
Okay. Do you want them in regular or metric?
Metric, of course. This is Canada. But convert them to inches and feet so we know what they mean. Well, Clues, what do you make of this lot?
They certainly don't look like killers to me.
That's the cunningness of it, Clues. A killer can look like a lamb, but strike like a cobra. The most innocent looking are the most dangerous. Have you finished with those measurements yet, Toole?
Yes, sir.
Good. Sergeant, why don't you and Officer Toole set up our equipment in one of the rooms while I check out this room?
Very good, sir. Okay, Toole, let's go.
So, this is it. The thrill of the chase. Cat and mouse. My intelligence versus the mind of a criminal. Snare, your moment has come. This is what it's all about. This is why you're a cop. My pocket and a gun at my side. Strength in my handshake and force in my stride. Working where justice and the law is be tried. 'Cause I'm a cop, don't you see? It's all I wanna be. Just a cop, just a cop. Yes, I'm a cop, don't you see? It's all I want to be. The cop, just a cop. Now here's my idea of a really good time. Catching the scatterwags and flushing at the slime. I'm always happy when I'm standing out crime. 'Cause I'm a cop, don't you see? It's all I wanna be. Just a cop, just a cop. Yes, I'm a cop, don't you see? It's all I want to be. Just a cop, just a cop. So give me a mugging or a hold up to crack. Maybe a bad dog, murder to track. We've been killing jaywalkers. Take up the slack. Let me tell you about me, 'cause I'm in a few. They're nothing but trouble in the job I do. They get me feeling rosy, but leave me feeling blue. Oh, I'm a cop, don't you see? It's all I wanna be. Just a cop, just a cop. Yes, I'm a cop, don't you see? It's all I want to be.
Walkwright. We must take our parcel to our room without anyone knowing about it. You clumsy fool! You will ruin everything!
You know, Miss Stackwell.
Please, call me Letitia.
Miss Letitia.
Good, Mr. Thompson.
Oh, won't you call me Bert? I know it's not much of a name, but it's mine.
Bert, it's a strong name. Good, clean, and simple.
Gosh,
Like you.
you make it sound so special. Then you make everything sound special. I've been listening to you talk all week. Your voice is like music, so soft and lilted.
Why, Bert, that's very poetic.
Gosh, I'm not much of a man for words. After all, I'm only a welder. But somehow you make me feel all poetic-y inside.
Oh, Bert, that's the loveliest thing anyone has ever said to me. And I think welding is a noble profession. Joining things together, making the world a better place for all of us.
It's exactly how I feel. Why, sometimes when I'm down in the sewer, working on a pipe, I say to myself, Bert Throstle, weld it firm and good, so you'll know in your heart you've done your best. However, being a librarian is such a noble profession. All those books, filled with all those words, all that knowledge around you all the time, no wonder you're so wise.
Ah, Bert, you flatter me. I am but a mere handmaiden in the temple of wisdom. You, Bert, you are a worker, a poet with your torch.
Speaking of poetry, Letitia, I've written a poem to express my feelings. Won't you read it?
A poem? For me? Oh, please, Bert, you read it to me. I want to hear the words from your lips.
Oh, shucks. Well, here goes nothing. To Letitia. Whenever I see a butterfly flutter by, I utter, why are you not here with me? Whenever I hear a honeybee, honey, he suddenly hums songs of you and me. Whenever I smell a fragrant rose, my vagrant nose may suppose your heart could yearn for me. Whenever I taste cherry pie, ah, perish I, very shy, wish you were here with me. Whenever I touch a piece of earth, east of Perth with easeful mirth, your face appears to me. But whenever I'm welding solid steel, the stolid seal fall and reel with dreams of you. Well, what do you think?
It's unlike anything I've ever heard before.
Did you notice how it appeals to the senses? I learned that from my English teachers. Borrowed the reverse ending technique from Robert Frost to make it subtly ironic.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind. You have created a poem forged in the fiery glow of a welder's torch.
Would you like me to read it again?
No. I think with a poem like that, one reading should suffice. Let it hang like a solitary diamond, splendid in its isolation.
Like you, Letitia. A beautiful jewel. I'm but a common lump of coal.
Ah, Bert, you are wrong to put me on such a pedestal. I am not the ethereal being that you think. In fact, I'm...
Miss Stackwell, there you are. Bella and I were looking everywhere for you.
Yes, we were playing a game of Scrabble, and we got into an argument over the spelling of intrusion. Does it have an E in it?
Why no, it's spelled I-N-T-R-U-S-I-O-N.
Darn, I was sure it had an E.
That's 27 points for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Throstle. I didn't see you sitting there. I hope this wasn't an intrusion.
Miss Stackwell and I were just having a literary discussion.
Oh, in that case, if you're not doing anything important, you're welcome to join our game Scrabble. It is ever so fun with four.
Well, gee.
We wouldn't want to interfere with your game.
Don't be shy. We insist. Who knows? You two might turn out to be quite a team.
called you in here to tell you that one of you is a murderer. We know that on the night in question, the old man was alone in the lobby. Everyone else was in bed. This was the murderer's chance, and I'm going to find him. Or her. All right, Sergeant, explain our procedure.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Snare will be questioning you one at a time.
About the murder.
Yes, about the murder of Mr. Walkwright. He will want you to be sincere, honest, and to stick with the facts, but
Don't hold anything back.
tell him all you know. Please wait in your rooms until you are called. Are there any questions?
Lieutenant, will we be all alone? Just you and me?
Don't worry, I can guarantee that nothing untoward will happen to you. Sergeant Clues will be present.
That's too bad. We could make great music together.
You certainly are an attractive lady, but I'm an officer of the law.
You can arrest me anytime, officer.
Perhaps, sir, we can get on with this investigation. There are a lot of suspects.
All right, well, let's get on with it.
Whenever you want to get on with me, just whistle. You do know how to whistle.
I'll practice.
Good. I like my men to be perfect.
Please wait in your beds. Or rooms until I come to you.
There's something about that woman I don't like.
Sergeant, you're too suspicious. She's just a friendly young woman who is no doubt overwhelmed by my dominant take-charge. There's something I like about her. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Let's hope you never do.
Well, Lieutenant, shall we get the old investigation ball rolling? I've drawn up a list of all the names.
Good, officer. Once the staff has finished cleaning up the breakfast dishes, we can begin our questioning. Now, there's one further thing I want you to do, Officer O'Toole.
Beg pardon, sir, but there's no O.
No what?
No O.
No O where?
No O before tool.
No O?
No.
O'Toole.
No, no O, just tool.
Oh, I wasn't saying O'Toole. I was saying O'Toole.
Oh, right.
But why is there no O'Toole?
I don't know, sir. I guess my folks were too poor to afford one.
Oh, I see. Rather odd, though. You wouldn't think an O would cost much. Anyway, Toole, I want you to go and get that package the butler said was sent to us during breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Well, Drummond, how do you feel about this case? It should be a great opportunity to show the chief what an excellent detective you are. Once you solve this crime, you'll be on your way to the top.
I don't know, Lotta. This is going to be a tough case to crack. The old guy was a harmless, lovable innkeeper who didn't have an enemy in the world. Why would someone want to murder him? And he was shot, strangled, and stabbed.
Actually, Inspector, he was strangled, stabbed, and shot.
Whatever, he's dead now. And by someone who wanted to be sure. What we need is some sort of evidence. Some kind of clue. Something to get us going.
Lieutenant!
Don't bother me now. I'm looking for clues.
She's right over there, sir.
No, not Sergeant. Clues. Clues to the crime, a weapon, a motive, something suspicious.
Well, sir, I think I have something.
And take the afternoon off and go see your doctor.
No, sir, I mean I have some evidence.
Evidence? Why didn't you say so? Well, let's have it.
The lab people just sent these up to us. They were found beside the victim's body. Apparently, he stayed alive long enough to rip the letters out of a newspaper. It must be very important if he spent his dying efforts on it.
Let's see what we got. 6 letters. L-B-R-T-E-U. L-B-R-T-E-U. Labritude. Now, what's that supposed to mean? I wonder what language it is. Well, it doesn't matter. The important thing is we have a clue.
Perhaps if we rearrange them, they'll spell out something in English, Inspector.
Good idea, Sergeant. Let's try it. 6 little letters, that's all that we got. 6 little letters don't seem like a lot, but 6 little letters are all that we need to haul in the culprit who carried out his deed.
Don't take up much space, but there'll be enough to wrap up
but 6 little letters are all we need to hold the culprit who carried out this deed. Who carried out this deed.
That's it. That's it. Look. You mean? Yes. See the letters? B-U-T-L-E-R. The butler did it. All right, wait. You might as well confess. We got the goods on you. These letters spell butler.
So it would appear. So why do you come clean? Admit you did it and tell us why. It'd be easier on everyone if you do.
I would like to do that except for one problem.
What's that?
I didn't do it.
Oh, come off it, Wade. If you didn't do it, who did?
I don't know.
What do these letters mean if not you?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. What is this, a broken record? What do you know?
I know that at the time of Mr. W's death, I was upstairs serving tea to Mrs. W. We heard the shot. We came down the stairs to find Mr. W deceased. Several of the people at the inn did likewise.
But how do you account for these letters? They spelled butler.
May I make a few observations about those letters, sir?
Proceed, but no tricks. I'm a trained investigator.
First of all, if they do spell butler, they could refer to I'm a butler on our staff.
Get that down, Tool.
Yes, sir.
Of course, if we were to rearrange them, they could spell Trubel, or even Blurt. So you see, they are to a degree ambiguous in their reference.
Did you get those names down as well, Tool?
Yes, sir. Butler, Trubel, and Blurt.
Will there be anything else?
No, wait. That's all for now. You can go. And send in the maid.
Very good.
Well, you know one thing, Clues?
What's that, sir?
The butler didn't do it. And who are you?
I'm a butler.
But I thought you were a maid.
Well, of course I am.
But didn't you just say, and I quote, I'm a butler?
Yes.
But I asked for your name.
That's right.
Oh, well, Miss Wright.
No, I'm a butler.
I don't want your job, just your name.
Right.
I know that.
And why do you act so confused?
So, you're a maid, Miss Wright.
No, I'm a butler.
You can't be both a maid and a butler, Miss Wright. Besides, I've already talked to Wade, who says she's the butler.
Well, she is.
Okay, she's a butler.
Yes.
And you're a maid.
Yes.
Ah, good. Now, Miss Wright.
No, I'm a butler.
And I'm a lunatic. Lotta, I think we've got a schizophrenic on our hands here.
Actually, Inspector, I think the maid is trying to say her name is I'm a butler. That's right.
See, she's not a butler. She just said I'm a right.
No, I said she's right. My name is I'm a butler.
Well, why didn't you just say so in the first place? Mark her down as a definite suspect. You can go, but we'll be watching you.
This interrogation is very exhausting, sir. Why don't you take a break before you continue? A stroll in the garden might do you a world of good.
That's an excellent idea, Sergeant. And Tool, drive back to town and see what information you can get on the backgrounds of the guests.
Yes, sir.
Well, Lotta, this is a toughie. I hope I get a break soon, or I'll be back to catching budgies.
Good. They have gone at last. Come, Burkhardt. Bring in a little parcel. Hurry up! If they should find us like this, all would be lost.
can go.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's that. We've cleared all 3 staff of those letters. There's only Tina Truville left. Go get her, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. And may I say, sir, you're doing a super job in interrogating. You're bound to catch the murderer.
Well, it's gotta be Truville. It's the last one whose name fits. Now, Miss Truville, what can you tell us about this murder?
Frankly, I think it was a mafia.
What?
Well, I mean, it figures. Mr. W seemed good, but he must have had some vices. Probably he gambled, couldn't pay his debts, and was bumped off as a warning to others. Maybe he was a dealer.
What evidence do you have to support this notion?
Evidence? Who needs evidence? I've got my feminine intuition. I'm a true detective, and I saw all of The Godfather on television. Mr. Bell, I think your imagination has gotten the better of you.
Imagination be damned. It's obvious you're trying to divert suspicion from yourself. Well, it won't work. We know you were here, and we know that your name matches the 6 letters that Walkwright tore to the newspaper. You're in a ton of trouble, Tina Truville.
Me? Why would I murder Mr. W? I like him.
I don't know yet, but I will, unless you can prove you weren't there. What were you doing at the time of the murder?
I'd rather not say. But I can prove my innocence if need be. What proof do you have to charge me with anyway? We have 6 letters and we've eliminated all the other staff members. And that leaves you. Yeah, me, and at least 2 of the guests. What do you mean? Well, there's Ralph, Mr. Brutal, and that Miss Brule.
You mean girl?
She's right, sir. Their names both use those 6 letters. Well, I'm sure Mr. Brutal is innocent, but that Miss Brule is another matter. She certainly didn't look innocent to me.
This case gets more complicated by the hour. Sergeant, we're gonna have to interrogate the guests.
I'll round them up for you.
But first, let's have lunch. As for you, Miss Truville, don't leave the premises.
Yes, sir.
Keep an eye on him, Sergeant. He's hiding something.
Or protecting someone.
In either case, we'll find out.
Now, Tina, are you sure you know exactly what to do?
Yes, ma'am. I'm to set the table for dinner with 3 extra places for the police. Post tonight's menu on the board and put fresh flowers in the vases.
Very good. I'll, let you get on with it then.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Wanda, there we are. Bill and I were taking a stroll by the lake and wondering if you'd like to come along.
No thanks, Marge. I think I'd like to spend a little time alone.
Oh, we understand, dear. Bill was such a kind and wise man. Certainly gave Bart good advice when he told him to get out of the theater and get into something more substantial.
Yep. Now I'm one of the best synthetic salesmen in the East.
Or anywhere else, dear.
Gosh, it's hard to believe we've known each other for so long. Only 35 years this September. We were all so young.
Yes, and Bill was so handsome. I had a crush on him, you know. Oh, but I gave it up when it became so obvious that he was so much in love with you. Lucky for me, I had Bart to fall back on.
I've always said second fiddle is better than no place in the band.
Oh, Bart, I'm sure you're the leader of the band from Bell now.
Why, thank you, Wanda. And once again, we're terribly sorry about Bill. He was such a friend. Always there with sound advice. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I would have wasted my life as a second-rate ham in some small-town, semi-professional theatrical group. I'm going to miss him a lot.
Oh, Bart, now you're going to upset Wanda. Now let's go out for a walk. It's so beautiful just before sunset. Oh, we'll see you at dinner, Wanda.
Oh, okay, Belle. You two enjoy your walk. Sunset. That used to be our favorite time. Oh, Bill, why did you have to be taken from me just when we were nearing our goal? Remember how we used to plan for it? Selling the inn and retiring to Hawaii. You used to say, we'll spend our sunset years watching the sunsets, beautiful endings to every day. Now they're all gone, and I'm so terribly alone.
Brutal. What's your story?
I could have been a contender.
Aha, but Walkwright ruined you.
What?
Yes, I see it now. He sold you out, made you throw fights. Instead of being the champ, you became a bum. You drank, you gambled. There were loose women. But always you promised yourself you would have your revenge. After years of relentless searching, you tracked him down to this place, confronted your hated ex-manager, and murdered him.
Huh? Is that a bell?
Rocky Brutal, I arrest you with the murder of William Walkwright. Sergeant, take him away. You heard his confession.
What round are we in? Do you know William?
But Drummond, he hasn't confessed to anything yet.
What?
He hasn't confessed to anything yet. He seems a little punchy.
Punchy, eh? Don't be fooled. A lot of the criminal mind can be amazingly devious. All right, Brutal. What's your alibi for the time of the murder?
I was in the garden.
Doing what?
Sniffing roses.
Who can corroborate your story?
Who can what?
Who can support what you're saying?
Oh, miss, I'd rather not say.
An odd name.
I think he's protecting someone, Lieutenant.
Oh, great. Not another one of those secretive types. This is starting to look like a plot with a massive cover-up.
Actually, sir, I don't think Rocky is quite sharp enough to have done something like this without leaving some kind of evidence. Besides, we have no motive.
I know. I'll release him, Lotta. Let's see what Teresa Brule has to offer.
Just about everything, I bet. Okay, Miss Brule, take a seat. We have some questions for you.
Now, Miss Brule.
Oh, please, Lieutenant. Call me Teresa. It's so much warmer.
If it gets too much warmer, we're going to have a fire.
Now, Miss, Teresa. Can you reconstruct for us the events of that fateful night?
Well, Lieutenant,
Call me Drummond.
Drummond. I like it. It's so virile. Well, I was upstairs taking a bath with my special oils when I heard a shot. I was so upset. I barely remembered to cover myself before rushing downstairs. I must have been quite a sight.
I can imagine.
Quit drooling and get on with the questions.
Oh, right. What happened next?
It was terrible. There he was, on the floor, dead. That fine, sweet man. He gave me my start as a singer. It's too much. Too much.
There, Teresa. This has been quite a strain on you. I can see that you're innocent.
That's more than I can see.
Sergeant, remember you're a professional woman.
Obviously, I'm not the only one.
Is there anything else you want me for, Drummond?
No, Teresa. That's all for now. I'll be in touch.
I bet you will.
May I go then? You know where to find me.
Of course. That's fine.
Be sure not to leave the premises, Terry.
Terry? What do you think I am, a towel?
If only you were, then I could fold you up and store you on a shelf. I hate to say this, sir, but I don't think she did it.
Of course not. How could a lost, vulnerable, naive girl like that be capable of any undead dread? I pity her.
And I pity you.
And I think we've put in a hard day's work and gotten precious little out of it.
Well, at least we've eliminated our 6-letter suspects. Though I'm sure those letters are some sort of clue.
Maybe you're right. But anyway, I'm going to freshen up. See you at dinner, Lotta.
Okay, Drummond, but watch out for Teresa Brule. She's sharper than you realize. She just might have some ulterior motives.
Maybe you're right, but I think you're being too suspicious. After all, what woman would be interested in me?
What woman indeed? Even though I'm not a mountie, I always get my man. I don't always do right, I just do the best I can. There's no sense in resisting, there's nothing
I don't know, Lotta. Keep going around in circles. We have 6 letters, 6 suspects, no motive, no witnesses, and no breaks. It looks pretty hopeless.
Don't be discouraged, Drummond. The case is still new. Those letters must mean something. Besides, we still have to check the rest of the people who hid. Perhaps one of them will give us a lead. And don't forget, Officer Toole is researching their backgrounds. He might find us the evidence that we're looking for.
Maybe you're right. But I don't have too much faith in a man whose family couldn't put an O in front of Toole. It's unnatural.
Don't underestimate him. He's a good officer.
I guess you're right. Besides, you've been marvelous. You're so positive and supportive, and you have such good ideas. You know, we make a great team.
Do you really think so? I know I enjoy working with you very much.
Me too. And I don't just think of you as a cop, Lotta.
You don't?
No, I think of you as someone special.
You do?
Yes, I think of you as a pal.
That's nice, Drummond. I think you're special too.
Anyway, let's go over the rest of the files. Perhaps there's something there. There's a lot of clues in this place. Maybe we'll find some secrets.
Good idea. But why don't we take the path by the lake? There's a full moon out tonight. It should be quite beautiful.
Okay, the exercise will help wear off some of that dinner. I hope there aren't any mosquitoes up here. Do they have bears?
Don't worry, I'll protect you. Let's go.